I've once heard that history has a tendency to repeat itself. First as tragedy, then as farce. But I'm having experience of this. Today I had the job interview in Farringdon, very close to where I went to college last year. Or a couple of years ago, rather. Oh. Oops. Look careful. Doesn't give you any traction, does it? Anyway. And this job interview has exactly the same format as my college one. First off, or rather, it's very similar. First off, there's a written test we've got to do within the allotted time. If we pass that, we're through to the second stage, the face-to-face. No wonder why so many people say that Marx was right. Well, I'm not entirely sure about that personally, but hope I get full marks on this. Well, I did get full marks on media law incidentally, but I think this actually could have me in good stead. Oh, the interview, by the way, is for an editorial assistant. I'll be doing things like subbing, fact-checking, making sure things comply with libel law. But it's with a TV listings company. Yeah, they need editorial assistants too. Say cheese. There, what do you think? Corporate chic. My dad says a lot of business people look like this in Latvia. Well, he saw him when they went on there on their stag weekends. Yep, he even expressed his Second Amendment rights. As you can see, we're ready, let's go. But let's get the umbrella first. Always take this. Well, always take this. And your instructions. First off, and take these as well. You need to see where you're going. You need to see how to get there. And, yes, state of the obvious, make sure you're properly dressed. Go for corporate chic. If you're a mod, yeah, do it. There's corporate goth as well if you're a goth. And of course, if you don't fancy working, there's always a bloody shell suit. We have less than an hour to get there, so get there in time. Here we are on the tube and we're about to right. This is a very familiar area. Like I said, I've been to college with Farringdon before. Right. Come out of Farringdon station, turn right on Cowbrook Street. Okay, crossroads, Farringdon Road. Oh yeah, Yo Sushi. We actually stopped in there for lunch. God, I love Japanese food. Yep, past the old Guardian building. And right by the car park. Oh, it's named after Bowling Green, Kentucky. Same where they make the old Corvettes. I've been on this route before. Old routes are kind of like learning to ride a bike or cheating at cards. Once cracked, you never forget them. 30 minutes to go. So we've got about 15 to get there. Spelling test was quite straightforward. Corrected spelling mistakes in a TV listings page. Mind you, there were more of those. Which you read is incorrect. I also had to write an electronic program by synopsis, which you can see by say we don't turn around to the camera and see what's not yet anyway. See you later. Now that was an hour, I'll tell you. How to get everything distilled down in, I don't know, a maximum of 250 words? Oh, the Wuthering Heights stuff I got down to about 80. Basically he said who adapted it, who starred. I enjoyed it. Stuff like that. Well, let me tell you, it's difficult. The sub-editing test I was pretty unsure of in some respects. But bear in mind statistically, I am unlikely to get the job. Bear in mind that from what I heard, I'll hear from them in 2 weeks. The second, and that's if they decide to let me through to the second part. So, what did I say about history repeating itself?
The next station is Moorgate. Change for the Northern Line and National Rail Services.
Aside from the route, it was quite simple. There was a written editorial test. I had the same editorial test same sort of test when I went to college, albeit on different subjects like local government, shorthand, stuff like that. And there's going to be a face-to-face interview. It's not guaranteed whether I get through, but how could I put this? Well, I'm glad I've taken the risk. I think you will be if you go for a job interview, even if you don't get the job. In fact, I've had job rejections where I've even received compliments. I'll actually tell you a bit more about those later on. Well, not in this video, of course. But, well, that could be a little written essay. Strange, isn't it? Well, I'll leave you with a little tip. If you go up to London for a job interview and it's in the morning, my advice would be make a day of it. As soon as the interview is finished, go to do something you want to do. See a museum, explore. I mean, if you live in London, it's your city. Go explore it.